Yeah. But while I got this list up, actually, I want to talk about the pound for pound rankings too. We got John Jones number one, back on top of the pound for pound rankings, which does make sense to me in my eyes. Like a lot of people are like, you got DC hating, DC and Islam. Makachev hating, of course, DC, man. That's what, like, John Jones and DC still got that little bit of beef. Like, still, I think it's more coming from DC's little animosity, like a little bit of just a little bit of hate, just still just the jealousy or whatever you want to call it. Like he did everything that he kind of wanted to do. I mean, DC was a champ as well. John Jones is a champ now, and he has 2 wins over him. So it's like it's always going to have that over his head a little, instead of just, I mean, DC says all the right things on camera, like oh, like he is the best. He solidified this and that. But then when it comes to pound for pound rankings, he thinks it's Volkanovski who actually lost the last fight technically. So it's like Volkanovski had aspirations for champ status, but I think pound for pound, what it actually should. I mean, I don't know. It's just all like argumentative anyway, but it's like pound for pound should mean like if you're a champ, that shows in multiple weights, like that you're right there. You know what I'm saying? So like you're a champ in 2 divisions. So Volkanovski lost his title, which doesn't make sense for him to be above Islam. I guess because he was going for it, but so Islam might move up to 170 sometime because he barely makes 55. So who knows what that would be then? Does that mean he's going to move up higher? I mean, I don't know. They fought. Islam got to decision, and yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with it, but I guess Volkanovski's just good at it anyway. I get that, but so is John Jones, obviously. So I get that he is number one, and it's crazy. Like DC, let go of the hate, man. Just let it go. It's like, damn, you guys had it. You were right there, right? You were right below John Jones. Like DC was right there, like in all the goats. You know what I mean? The top 10, top 5-ish, whatever. DC's right there, right below John Jones. You know what I mean? Like, because if it wasn't for John, he only lost to John Jones and Stipe, the heavyweight goat and the UFC goat. So I mean, you're right there, bro. I mean, no reason to hate on John Jones. Like, just be happy for him, and just maybe you guys could make amends on that, But I don't know. I think it was blown out of proportion a little bit the way he reacted, and just because he was kind of shocked, because it was kind of weird. Like, I didn't think it was that choke was in either. But obviously when you look at the second angle, and you had John Jones, like his head was in the armpit and his body was kind of pushing his head down as he was pulling up. So I mean, yeah, it was a lot of pressure right there on Gane, but you can't see that from the first angle, so it's kind of like, hey, was it even in? So he was kind of a little weird, but of course he wasn't gonna be like, oh, like Rogan, jumping out of a seat, but he could have been a little more excited for homie, but yeah, for a formal rival, it just elevates him too, like because he had good fights with him. But anyway, yeah, you got John Jones, and then you got Leon Edwards above Usman, which they're right there 4 or 5. That makes sense. What kind of doesn't make sense with this pound for pound rankings though is like you got Adesanya 6 and Pereira 7, which I get it. Pereira was winning the fight, but he lost that fight. He lost to him 3 times, and I think that should be switched. Honestly, it kind of doesn't make sense to me because, like, I mean, honestly, Pereira. I mean, he was a champ in glory. It's not UFC, I get it, but he's shown that he can fight at 205, and he's already talking about that. He was down to fight Khamzat at 205. So I mean, I think that's kind of like he should be just up, and he has 3 wins now above Adesanya, so he should be like at least above Adesanya. It's kind of weird that you beat the guy and you're still below. I mean, it's all like just argumentative anyway. I mean, you got Jamal Hill down there at 13, Poirier. Yeah, Brandon Moreno. Yes, I mean, they're all down there. I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, John Jones is going to jump up. He never lost, so, and he's moved up to a new weight division, and he's a champ now. So it makes sense that he's champ. He should be on top of the pound-for-pound rankings. I mean, to me, that's what it means, right? At any weight that you're capable. I mean, you tell me if John Jones, if he could make 185, he probably destroys there too. You think after we did a gun and like Adesanya, he ain't gonna be able to stop those takedowns either. I mean, what could he do? I mean, John Jones looked a little slower for sure, but that's just added weight. He's gonna get a little slower, and heavyweights are a lot slower than him. So that just, you know, he'll be right there. It'll be perfect for him. He'll still have that advantage of speed and technical ability, fight IQ. Yeah, it's crazy though. Yeah, so I don't know what you guys think. John Jones, pound for pound, he deserve. I mean, he does deserve it. Outside the cage, whatever. You know, he's not going to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, we get it, but yeah, he's right there. You know what I mean? Like, so what else? You know, let's beat him. I mean, now he's champ. He beat Stipe. That would definitely solidify, and there will be no argument then. But I mean, if he even, you know, maybe what if he goes after Stipe's record of, you know, title defenses, then what? I mean, just I don't know if he'll stay around that long, but we'll see what happens. You know, especially the heavyweight division is so volatile, like anything can happen anytime. You know, anyone could get knocked out. So yeah, I don't know that and Marab. So Marab Dvalishvili, yeah, he might be a future champ right there. He's definitely a problem. Marlon Vera, Sandhagen. I mean, those guys. I mean, just like John Jones said about Adesanya, a little light in the ass. That guy's just gonna cut. He's just, yeah, that's a lot of freaking takedown attempts. 49. That's like, man, 49 takedown attempts. That's like 3 fights. You know what I mean? For like average, probably. What's the average takedown rate? So that's freaking crazy. So Kobe had a fight where he was what, 500 strikes against Robbie Lawler and 20 or 22 takedowns, and that was an insane pace. This is 49 takedown attempts, and 38 were defended. So that just showed that it was still like just exchanges and just still like taxing. You know what I mean? You fought for it, didn't get it. Yeah, that's crazy. And 400 strikes, and he was throwing some nice strikes too. He was doing okay on the feet. You know, like I think it was just because Jan was just so confused about the pace and the distance and the striking, the wrestling game, so worried about that. So he was getting caught on the feet more. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Exciting times in the UFC. A lot coming up. Oh yeah, we had Jake Paul running from When Mayweather. I did a little video on that. I didn't release that yet, but yeah, where he was just running from this team. And what else is there? What else going on this week? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely got one coming up with Usman and Edwards, that card. Definitely have a breakdown of that coming up soon. So, yep, see what's up. Till next time.